Hello and welcome to Excel Highway. In today's video, I want to share with you an applicant tracking system I created in Google Sheets. Using this file, you can track your candidates and your jobs and see some metrics on your average recruitment times and candidate funnels and things like that. Let's start from the overall review of the file. There's the gray sheets. These are the back-end sheets where everything is saved, all the data. Uh, Normally, you don't really have to do anything unless you want to manually update something or delete lines, things like that. There's the list sheet. That's the first sheet that you need to update. The blue columns are the ones that you need to update. So you can update the statuses of your candidates. Here I have the cycle of applying. The CVs are reviewed. You're interviewing people, offering them a job. They either accept or reject. They can always withdraw throughout the process. We can put the job on hold or the candidate on hold, sorry, or the job is closed, so the candidate does not continue with the process on no fault of their. There's the candidate source, where is the CVs coming from? So I have here LinkedIn, Indeed, company site, employer referral, and you can build this however you see fit. What's the status of the job? Is it open or closed? Departments, the open position that's being generated automatically based on the jobs that are open. The interview type, is it a phone call, in person, or Teams? And the outcome of the interview, passed or failed. So you set that up and then we're going to use it later on. Then you have a sheet called job, where you either select the job of the open jobs, and when you click on that, you will see all the information. Okay, what department, the hiring manager, well, whatever information you filled out, you'll see the last update. In this case, 27th of August. That's the last time you updated the job. And you can make changes. Let's say it's not Jane Joe, it's Jane Smith. So now if you click on update job, this will update the line over here. So you see now it's Jane Smith. And if I go also to job, I will see Jane Smith now. If I want to create a job, so I just delete the title if I had one, or just start, call it new job, and then it's up to me. And you see this red invalid because the drop down doesn't recognize new job, but that's okay. You can still enter it. This is for the case where this is a new job, so it doesn't exist. So you select the department from the list that we saw before, the hiring manager, job description, new job. You can select whatever you want. Me, it's open. The posting date is today. And the closing date will be, let's say, 2 months from now. Then I click on update job. And now this line will appear over here in the new jobs. It will also now appear here in the open jobs. So I'll be able to select it. So now I do have new job. So this is the update job sheet. Pretty simple. You can always go over here and make changes if you want. Nothing's blocking you from doing it. I like to use this in the functionality because it's more user-friendly, in my opinion, especially if you want to work with searching. So that's part one, updating the jobs. Part two is the candidates. Here you have two functionalities. You can update the candidate or create a candidate and update an interview. So again, same process. You can just select a candidate. Okay, I can select a candidate and I will see all of his data, email, phone number, the position, the resume, link if exists, what's his status, yada, yada, yada. Basically everything that I have over here, all the columns that I have over here. And I can make updates like now he's not interviewed, he has been offered. So I'm going to click on that. And next time I'll take a look at, what was it, Hall something? Ethan Hall. Uh, Now I see that it's offered. And of course I can just create a new. So new candidate. And again, I get this red. And I can just select the positions for the new job. I can select information here. I can new/email.com 1234 link, and he applied. So he just applied now. He sent his email. We didn't even review it. Just got an email with his CV, and he applied today. You can add notes. Looks promising. And he arrived from Indeed. Click on Update Candidate. And I'm going to have a new line here with all the information I typed in. Now if I go and search for new, and you notice I can select or even search, which is really cool. It's built in the drop downs for Google Sheets. I get all the information. Let's say I want to update an interview for this person. So when you click on the update interview, you must have a person over here. Otherwise, it's going to fill in the blanks. So let's say the interview date was in the future tomorrow, interviewed by me. And these are all the drop downs that we saw earlier. Fast. Interesting. I don't know. Now, if I click update interview, I'm going to create a new line over here in my interview database, which you see have the candidate, the interview date, the interviewer, the phone, yada, yada, yada. Again, everything here can be done manually, but this is just a way to do it very systematically and less mistakes. So these are the two functionalities that I have over here. Now let's take a look at some of the reports that I built. So you have the job report. You just select a job, let's say new job. So you're going to see all the information of the job, what department, the manager, and if you have any candidates and their status. So this is new, so you can see what I just put in. But if you take something that, like I have an example, so marketing position, marketing specialist. So 3 candidates, one was accepted, 2 are in the reviewed process. Okay, so that's the job report sheet. You have the closed job reports. This is going to filter all the jobs that are closed or that you found higher, basically. So it's going to show you the details, when it was posted, and who was hired, when were they hired, sorry, when did they apply, the source, and of course you can add more fields or columns as you see fit. It's all just a combination of the few data sheets, so you can enhance this, but I think it's giving you some sort of a pretty good report on your closed jobs. For the open jobs, you can see all of your open jobs, when they were posted, how long have they been active, what was the last event, meaning what was the last time a candidate applied or was interviewed or whatever. Basically, what was the last time you reported something to do with that job. So that date will appear over here. How many candidates applied to this job and how many are still active. Okay, so meaning how many are still in one of those statuses. Okay, including the offered. Yeah, including the offer. So those 4. Any candidate that is accepted, well, if it's accepted, the job is closed, but any that is rejected, withdrawn, or job closed won't appear over here. And lastly, we have a dashboard with some KPIs, and I applied here a date range, so you can filter a certain date range if you want, or leave it blank. So if I just want to see August, then you see it automatically filters. But if I want to see everything, I can just do like this. So I have a few KPIs here. Average recruitment time, basically the time from posting the job till you closed it. Um, and this is the average. In this case, it's the average of these three. So it's this number basically, 43 or 48. And the time to hire, that's the time in the this basically the time between applicant that the candidate was applied and was hired. So that is the second KPI. The candidates funnel, that's going to show you just for the active candidates how many are now in the pipeline. So how many are in the status of applied, reviewed, interviewed, offered, and how many have accepted. So that that's the pipeline. The offer acceptance rate, so how many people were offered, sorry, so out of the people that were offered a job, how many accepted, how many rejected? So 33% accepted, 6, which is 2/3 rejected. And last one is the candidates per source. So let me just zoom out a bit. So this is going to show you the number of candidates and the number of hires per source, so you can get a feel of who's bringing you the most traffic and who's bringing you the most accurate traffic, so to speak. And you can pile on top of this more KPIs and build them because you have all the data. You have all the data here in the job database, candidate database, and interviews. So you can build more KPIs as you fit, like how many interviews per job, things like that. I built all the KPI data here for the dashboards and everything. So built it to hold a lot of jobs, but in the odd case that you need to drag the formulas, so you can just drag the formulas down if you see something doesn't make sense. Hopefully, you won't run into that issue. So that's about it. So quick review. Lists was where you set up the drop downs. Job is where you update jobs and create new jobs. Candidates is where you update the candidates flow in the process and add candidates, plus report on interviews. You have all the information here in the sheets, interview sheet, job database sheet, and candidate database sheet. Nothing is going to be blocked or hidden. It's all visible for you. You can always manually adjust things here if you want. And all of these reports will update the minute you update anything. All right, hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Take care.